Hi, and welcome to Dwayne's Guitar Lessons. When we were working on my second guitar build, and we're in the process now of setting the intonation on the guitar. In the last video, I showed you about setting the height of the strings, the action as they call it, which is the height, the distance between the strings and the fretboard. So if somebody talks about the action, that's what they're talking about, the distance between the strings and the fretboard. And a lot of people like to have low action, so you want to try to get that as low as possible, but you don't want it to be too low because then you start getting fret buzz. And then you have to try to adjust the neck or do some things to it, which you might not need to do anyway. Just set the height, and that's what we talked about. If you're concerned and want to know more about that, you can go back and look at the video before this one, the Dwayne second guitar build. I think that's, I'm not sure what part that is, but anyway, I'll put a link in the bottom of this, and you can check that out if you like. Anyway, once you get the height adjusted from your bridge and your tailpiece, so that way you have good action. Then what you want to do is set the intonation. What is the intonation? The intonation is the length of each string so that they are in tune to each other. And the way you do that is right here on the bridge. You can see this right here. This is the bridge, this is the tailpiece. On the bridge you have these things called saddles. There are these little things that stick up and the string goes through them. It goes over this and has a little groove in each one for each string. And they're designed to move back and forth. And that's what sets the distance of your strings from the saddle to the 12th fret. 12th fret right here, 12th fret to the nut, okay? Because so if you play guitar, or if you've ever known anybody play guitar, to get it all in tune and you play a chord and something doesn't sound right, it's because it's not that the guitar is not in tune, it's that it's just not in tune to itself, so to speak. So that's where setting into the intonation comes in. Okay, so let me see if I can show you that a little bit here. Put the camera more on the guitar, and I've got it plugged into a tuner here. And if you look at this light, it's going to tell us where we're at. And I brought this down pretty low. Alright. There we go. There we go. When it's green like that, that tells you it's in tune. Usually tune up. That way the string's as tight as it could possibly be. Tune up to the note, so it's always good to go below the note that you want to go to. Like if this is a D. So what I'll do is I'll go below D and tune up to D. And that way the string's as tight as it could be up to that note. And if you notice the tuner, it turns green, that light turns green when where we need to be. And usually the tuners have three lights. They have a light in the middle that turns green, and then two lights on the yellow that turn, are either red or vice versa. It could be red in the middle, yellow on the back, or whatever. The color of the lights doesn't really matter, but one of them shows you that you're a little bit too high in pitch, and the other one shows you that you're a little bit too low in pitch. So what I like to do is just kind of bring it all the way down and tune it up. And then I know when that light turns green. Plus the tuner will tell you the name of the string as well, so that's something you want to think about too. So like E, let me tune that up. I was a little bit sharp, but I decided to go past it. Let's see. All right. Okay, so I think we're about ready here. So that's kind of how your tuner works. All tuners are kind of designed that way. Whether you're using a needle or just lights, doesn't really matter. Okay. Alright. So what you want to do once you got the guitar in tune, you want to check it at the 12th fret. Okay, so you want to take the 12th fret E. Okay. I can see that's pretty close. Looks like it's a little sharp. So I'm going to move the screw back here to where this will go in that direction, the little saddle. And that's going to set the, and that's what you do is you just take a little screwdriver, and these are all kind of a little bit different, so kind of gotta do what's best, what you think is best for you. But and of course when you move that, then it kind of goes out of tune a little bit too, so you gotta kind of retune it. This is kind of a process, so I'm not going to do all 6 strings, but I'm just going to show you how it works, so that you understand the concept, because it does take a little while. And this is why if you take your guitar to a music store and have them set it up, they kind of charge some money for that, and this is why, because it takes a little while to do all this stuff. Get the saddle set just where it needs to be, and then once you move that, it changes the tuning of the string, so you got to retune the string. There we go. So I moved it, and if you've been watching this light, now that I hit the 12th string, it shows it's in tune just as much as when it's open. See how that works? So that's what you want to do. Next string, let's see. So the next string is our A string. Looks like it's a little bit sharp. Okay, so now it's showing it's in tune. I think I need some better tuners though. These tuners, I'm not really happy with these tuners. I think I'm going to change them out to some better ones. Okay, so there we are, we're in tune. Now if we hit the 12th fret, we just go to the 12th fret, push that down, flip the string, and like we can see we're sharp. So what we need to do is we need to bring the saddle back a little bit, go sharp with it. It's going to bring it back a little bit, which is going to change the tuning, of course. Now we've got to retune. Okay, put it back maybe there. We'll check the 12th fret. Oops, the 12th fret. See, now we're back. Now we got. See, 12th fret is now in tune with the open. So that's how you set your intonation. You do that on all your strings. We did on those 2. See the D. A little bit flat. There we go. And your tuning key is just, you're either going to be tightening the string or loosening it. And it's important to know the names of your strings, so when you're tuning, you know what to tune the string to. Because if you don't know this is a D string, you're not going to know to tune it to D. And usually, most of the tuners are going to give you a letter, or a letter value of what it is. You're either on E or B or D or whatever. If you're on E and you want to get to D, you know you need to go back. If you're on D and you need to get to E, you need to go forward. Okay, tighten up the string or loosen it depending on where you're at. Okay, so there we go. That's our G. Let's see. Did we do the D? Yeah, that was the one we were going to do. Did we do the D? Let's see. Okay, so now it's showing it's in tune. We check the 12th fret. Shows it's pretty close, almost. Bring it up a little bit. Yep, there we go. There it is right there. So as you can see, the light was green when I'm at the 12th fret, and the light is also green and open. Alright, next one, G string. Yeah, it's showing a little sharp. We're going to bring it back a little bit. Okay, there we go. And these do tend to move around. These little, they do tend to move around a little bit, but as long as it's pretty close to being in tune, I think you'll be alright. Okay. So according to the tuner, that's where it needs to be. Tighten up. There we go, right there. Now it's in tune. Open G. Now I'm going to hit the 12th fret. Put my finger right here on the 12th fret. Pluck that. Oh, look at that. It's green. So it shows that that's intonated. That's good. Okay, our B string. That shows it's in tune. Open. Hit the 12th fret. And we can see that it lights up green as well. Same thing with that. So these ones I've actually kind of messed with a little bit, but it's the same process that I just showed you. You take the string, play it open, or you could do a 12th fret harmonic. That's another good thing to do too, is harmonic at the 12th fret, and then you want to get that to be in tune. And then put your finger on the 12th fret, pluck the string. If it's sharp, you want to move it sharp. You want to move the saddle back. If it's sharp is this way, flat is that way. So if it's flat, you want to move it that way. If it's sharp, you want to move it that way. Okay? Just think sharp notes. Just think the notes on the string are sharp, going towards the bridge, flat, going towards the nut. Okay? So that's how you set the intonation on your guitar. I recommend if you have some guitars to do that. It's not really that difficult. It does take a little time. You just got to get a small screwdriver like this one here. Usually these are a flat-headed screw, and they're right below the string, so you just got to be careful. You don't want to damage the finish or anything, so if you're not careful, or if you have any doubt, put something underneath here to protect the finish. You don't damage that. Sometimes the screws are on this side, so you want to do it from here. I put these ones on this side because it was just, I think it's easier to get to from the back, so that's why I put mine like that. Okay? So that's how you set the intonation on the guitar. If you have guitars to do that to them, that's going to make them play a lot better. That way when you do go to strum a chord, they're going to sound good. You're not going to hear, see, everything just sounds real well. I don't have it like plugged in or anything, but anyway, you don't hear any vibration. Everything sounds like it's even. Okay, and that's what you want. Alright, so I want to say thank you very much for watching. That's how you set the intonation on your guitar. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Leave some comments below if you like, whatever you like to do. And I will see you on the next video. I think this guitar is just about ready to go. I'm getting excited about it. You just need to do, well, we got the intonation set and everything, so I think this is about ready to go. I'll just do one more video, test it out a little bit. It's right-handed, so I can't really play it too much, but I'll have somebody else test it out. But I think it came out pretty good. So thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care.